Look around you. Your brain sees this every day and never questions it.
The people near you, one is pale, one is dark, one is somewhere in between. Completely different skin colors. And yet, it feels normal, too normal. But think about what you're actually seeing. The same species, with completely different colors. That should raise questions, but it doesn't. Now here's where it starts to break. Every human alive today comes from the same small group of ancestors. Same place, same environment, same sun, which means at one point, we were almost identical in skin color. So explain this. How does one color turn into an entire spectrum? Black, white, brown, all in one species. That kind of change doesn't just happen on its own. It requires pressure, something powerful enough to reshape us, slowly, but constantly, not overnight, but across generations, quietly, relentlessly, for thousands of years. And the truth, it's not race, it's not culture, it's something far deeper. Something written inside your body, hidden in your cells, shaped by the world itself. And once you truly understand it, you won't just see skin color, you'll understand what it took to create it. Go back, before cities, before history, before anything you recognize, around 200,000 years ago, East Africa, endless grasslands, and a sun so brutal, it could destroy unprotected skin in hours. This is where we began, and by all logic, we shouldn't have survived here, because early humans had already lost most of their body hair. No thick fur, no protection, just exposed skin, under constant assault from ultraviolet radiation. Not just light, but something far more dangerous. It burned through skin. It damaged DNA. It triggered deadly changes inside the body. It could even destroy the cells needed to create new life. This wasn't survivable. And yet, we didn't disappear. We adapted. Something inside us changed. Not suddenly, but slowly, relentlessly. A defense began to form, silent, invisible, but powerful enough to stand against the sun itself. And that one change would go on to shape the color of human skin for thousands of years. Scientists studying our earliest ancestors see clear signs of this, a constant, invisible battle between the human body and the sun. One of the first survival wars our species ever faced. But to understand what actually saved us, you have to go deeper, much deeper, beyond anything you can see, down to something microscopic, a tiny pigment, so small it's invisible to the naked eye, yet powerful enough to shape the appearance of billions of people across the entire planet. That invisible defense has a name, melanin. And without it, humans wouldn't exist. It forms deep inside your skin, far beyond anything you can see. A microscopic shield designed to intercept lethal UV radiation before it can rip through your DNA. The more melanin you carry, the stronger that shield becomes. And under the brutal African sun, that difference decided everything. Who survived, who didn't. Less damage, fewer mutations, a greater chance to live, long enough to pass life forward. Over thousands of generations, that advantage took over. Not because it looked different, but because it worked. Because it kept people alive. Darker skin wasn't appearance, it was survival, armor, forged by the same force trying to destroy us, and for tens of thousands of years, this was humanity, perfectly adapted, perfectly balanced, protected, until it wasn't. Around 70,000 years ago, that balance collapsed. Small groups began to leave, stepping beyond the only world they knew into colder, harsher lands, chasing food, chasing survival, chasing the unknown, and with every step away from the equator, the rules started to change. The same shield that once saved their lives was no longer helping them survive. It was holding them back, and this time, that difference would decide everything. Again, as these early humans moved north, everything changed. The sun, the very thing that once threatened them, began to disappear. Days grew shorter. Winters stretched longer. In some places, the sky stayed gray for months, and this is where the story turns, not gently, but brutally. The same dark skin that once protected them was now working against them, because further north, the body needed sunlight, not just warmth, but survival. Sunlight triggers the production of vitamin D. Without it, bones weaken, immune systems fail, pregnancies become fragile, life itself becomes harder to sustain. And here's the cruel truth. The stronger your protection, the less sunlight your body could absorb. The shield was still there, but now It was blocking something essential. Survival had flipped completely. In these low light regions, dark skin became a disadvantage. Quietly, relentlessly, people with slightly lighter skin absorbed more of the little sunlight available, produced more vitamin D, had a better chance to survive and pass life forward. And once again, nature made its choice, not based on appearance, not based on value, but on one question: who survives? Generation after generation, that answer reshaped the population. Skin began to lighten, slowly, so slowly, no one could ever notice it happening. And yet, over thousands of years, it transformed entire populations, a silent shift driven by nothing but survival. The same force that once made skin darker was now pulling it in the opposite direction. Here is the truth. Under everything, every skin tone on Earth is not about beauty, not about race, not about worth. It's survival. From the darkest to the lightest, each one is a record of sunlight, of geography, of pressure, of time. It tells you where your ancestors stood, how intense the sun was, and what their bodies had to become to stay alive. There is no hierarchy here, no upgrade, no flaw. That idea never came from biology, because evolution doesn't care, it doesn't judge, it doesn't compare, it selects. Cold, simple, relentless. What works stays, what doesn't is removed. Skin color is that process made visible, and it never stopped. It's still happening now. When your skin darkens in the sun, that's melanin, ancient, automatic, still doing its job. When people in low sunlight need vitamin D, that's not modern. That's the same problem, still here, still unresolved. You are not separate from this. You are part of it, an unbroken chain of survival written into your body. So when you see someone who looks nothing like you, remember this. Go back far enough and you shared the same sky, the same sun, the same beginning. You didn't become different people. You became different outcomes of the same system, the same force, the same story, told in different light.